Well, fire doggo and I sneeze sneeze sneeze.
Hey chat, give me a minute. Hey gamers. Jump scare. Woolen jump scare. Hello. How's my green screen looking? I couldn't like see it earlier. It's looking a little fuzzy, isn't it? This thing can be such a pain. How is everyone? Oh, it's alright. This side doesn't really matter. Alright. If I make myself smaller, you won't even see anyway. Oops. There you go. Can you hear me alright, chat? Hey, Spy Crabs, Monus, and Kelly. Alright. Cool. Hey everyone. I'm tired today. I've been really tired all day. I woke up super crunchy, and I am currently super crunchy. Is there a green... Oh, that's part of the thing. Hey Rob. I was considering WouHou today, because I want to play it every other day, but then I, can't do this today. So, WouHou it is. How is everyone? I sort of, let me rotate my monitor a bit. This is WouHou. If you don't remember where we were last time, make it a little smaller. Transform, reset. Alright. 8 out of 10 right now. That's pretty good. This is where we ended last stream. We'd written a component to lock a character to a certain position of the screen. And then, using that, we were able to draw that rectangle to the screen. Which is cool. I'm thinking today we start working on some basic bullet system. That could be fun. Hey, regulation. It'll immediately make it feel like we've made progress. So I'm going to make it so you can hold space as a character and they'll shoot out bullets. And maybe I'll make... Either I'll make a bullet spawner or I'll make like an enemy or something to fire back. I don't know if I'll have time for that, but we'll see. Doing fine. That's good to hear. So let's get started on that. Let me pull up old WouHou as well, because we had some cool bullet physics in that I wouldn't mind reusing. I should have another Visual Studio somewhere. Project WouHou Master. Maybe this is it. Player.c++. You can't see this, but don't worry. You're not missing anything. Let me just have a look. I think it was Bullet Controller that we had. Yeah. Alright. I don't know if I can somehow pull this into this window. Oh, I can. That's weird. Alright. I didn't know you could do that. This was the bullet controller from old WouHou. There you go. That's cool that you can do that. I don't think we'll do it this way. But we had a system for bullets based on if it was the player, the enemy, or the boss, or whatever. I guess we reused that for score, life, power bomb. It's interesting, right? Like looking at this now that we've got like the component system, right? This stuff being so hard coded seems so funny, doesn't it? It's amazing how much you learn in a few years. But I was just having a little look through to try and remind myself of what we did. Boring bubble card heart. Oh, yeah. Bullet parent. So we had positions, a velocity. If it was destroyed or not. Because I guess we deleted it if it was marked as destroyed. That's funny. Seconds to live, Monka S. Oh yeah, I guess we had a bullet lifetime. Logic homing target ID. Oh, that's interesting. We could reuse that so it like homes towards something, and then I guess we could have like a homing strength. It feels like your creativity has been horrid lately. Whenever you try to do something creative, you can only do it for about 5-10 minutes per day. What have you been doing lately? What's restricting? What do you think could be restricting your thought process? Have you been focusing on other things? Do you have like exams or work or something coming up? So I find I can't do creative stuff if I'm like stressed. I just want to like shoot stuff in a video game. But you're playing a tabletop RPG. Oh, sick. What are you playing? Welcome back to Psychology with Woolen. I don't know why this does always happen in the WouHou streams. It's just conversations. We never end up programming a thing. Alright. It seems like some pretty simple stuff. I think velocity is presumably... Does it include direction as part of it? Where's velocity? I'm assuming you just add the velocity to the position. Or this is what we used to do. I think we can reuse that. Vector 2F. Yeah, there you go. So velocity would just be a speed in one of these directions. And you just add that, I guess, every time. Coding is for nerds. So funny. God, yeah, we can, like, remove all of this bloat. That's so cool. Alright, this was the control, or the C++ file. Yeah, here you go. Update position. It's so simple. Okay, that's great. It doesn't feel like you don't have creativity, but rather that the energy to be creative runs out very fast these days. Are you literally tired? Like, are you trying to do creative stuff at the end or the start of the day? Are you doing much, like, are you getting out much, or are you staying inside in one place? Because if you're basically trapped in, like, one room, it's quite tough for your brain to compartmentalize life. Right? That's a theory thing, isn't it? You want to, like, compartmentalize. If you want to have, like, a creative space, you need to separate it from, like, your boring space, or your eating space, or your sleeping space. Do you feel like you could be more creative if you worked out somewhere else? Like I don't know if a library's not really a good example, but... Maybe your energy runs out quick because you're getting distracted? Even if you don't feel like you are? Like, maybe your brain is thinking about how you could be watching Netflix or something, and because you can, you give up quick. But maybe if you were forced to be creative, or you gave yourself like 30 minutes to do something. I don't know. I don't know how qualified I am about this. Let's pretend I'm qualified for fun. Alright. Accelerated. Simple stuff. Yeah, it just moved. The bullet just moves towards its direction. Easy stuff. Check for destroy, graze counter. You'd make it so you can only graze every X number of seconds, like half a second. Hey Zephyr. Is that your first message? Really? I feel like I've seen you before. Being creative is hard, but finding something you can channel your creativity through really helps. I completely agree. Like, there is nothing harder than this. There's nothing, like, more difficult than this, right? What the fuck do you do with this? It's just a sheet of blank paper. You can do anything with this, but it's impossible. But if you have some constraint, like if you give me like a Warhammer piece and some paint, there's only so many things you can do with those two things, and you end up, painting some figures or something. Or if you want to, program or something, you're sort of like tunneling yourself into doing something in particular. I don't know to what extent, like, what do you mean by creativity, Rob? What are you trying to do? Anything in general? Or like, I don't know, are you not being creative, like, accidentally? Like, when you're cooking, do you not just, like, chuck random stuff in and experiment? Because that's a form of creativity. You don't have to literally put pen on paper to do a creative thing. Like me, like, spinning the fucking webcam around and making, like, funny noises. That's some, like, weird form of creativity, right? What are you trying to do, specifically? Here we go. Move towards it. I think if we do homing bullets, which we probably will, we should make it so you can either home, like, every tick, so it's, like, a direct to it, or you home every, like, X number of ticks, so you adjust the position, so it's not just going to go straight into the player. Or you can have it so the homing tones down, so it's really homing at the start, and then it starts to, like, veer off, maybe. Or you can add a bit of randomness, but I don't think randomness is a good one. Not in a bullet hell, at least. Could be pseudo-random. Like, it's gonna looks random, but when you've seen it a few times, it's actually consistent. You need stuff like video editing. You're doing some stuff for a game project or making a client-side mod for TF2. Do you think you could be overwhelming yourself? Like, if you sit down, do you say, I'm going to do video editing, or I'm going to make the mod, or I'm going to do some stuff for a game project? Or do you sit down and think, oh god, I've got an hour of free time, I need to do something with it? And then you stress about it, and then you end up doing nothing. Because I do that. Or is it that like you're happy picking the thing, but once you're actually sitting down in like Sony Vegas, you're just like your mind drifts off and you get bored? You could, I don't know if this is necessarily good advice, but you could try making a schedule or something. You have a to-do list and you have a daily schedule of some kind. You could slot yourself like an hour to do it. I find, at least for me, it helps. If I define like a certain time to do something, I'll do it. Like I define these 2 hours every evening to stream, so I do it. I find it very hard to break the schedule. Which for streaming, I guess is a good thing, so I'm consistent, but I end up doing all sorts of shit I wouldn't normally do. Like I'd probably just be sitting watching TV right now if I wasn't streaming. But this is probably a bit better for me, right? Maybe. It is more of, I start the thing I try to do at that time, but once you start, you already want to stop in 5 minutes. That sounds less like the creativity thing, and it sounds more like you're losing interest. Like it's an attention, maybe it's an attention span thing. Or that like, it's just not actually interesting you. Like, are you forcing yourself to do something for just the purpose of it? Or are you trying to push yourself to do it because you want to see yourself succeed? Like, what's your reason for doing this stuff? Like, do you want to make a video? Is there something you really want to show and upload? Is there the mod that you like really want to get done and show off to people? Maybe if you have like a strong thing pushing you, you might find it easier. Because if I don't know, if I don't have like a real end goal for why I'm doing something, I forget quite quick and drift off. But if I remind myself, oh yeah, people will find this interesting, sometimes it helps me push a bit. Or yeah, or projects that have good end results but without a fun process. Yeah, I mean, if you find them tedious, that doesn't help. Although I kind of like editing. Editing can be quite fun. Path update. Oh yeah, we had the path thing. That's cool. God, we had some weird little systems, didn't we? Why M? Like move, maybe. Magnet. Tech card. Alright, this is all I need to see for now. This is fine. Okay. Hey Bowser. You have hot chocolate? Oh my god. Let's go. How are you, Bowser? Anyway, let's go into the template factory. We have this thing called template player. Oh, whoops, it's not that. F2. Spawn player. I'm gonna make a function called player shoot. Doesn't matter. We'll rework it. But just for now, I'm gonna put something on paper. I'm going to create a entity that spawns. It can use the player sprite. It doesn't matter, but it's just gonna shoot up, straight up. That's it. That's all it's gonna do. So we're gonna do spawn player bullet. So we need an entity. We need a start position. Playable space doesn't need to be passed in for now, does it? I could delete it after it leaves the playable space, I suppose. Yeah, sure. It does mean that stuff will sort of like randomly disappear the moment they hit the edge of the world, but that's fine for now. We'll use the player sprite for now. Okay. We can keep the sprite again, I don't really care. This entity is going to be at the start position. Collision. Sure. Sprite. Actually, collision. Yeah. Sprite. Fine. Just use the player sprite again. You know, it's fine. Just gonna neat this up a little bit. If I save, this isn't gonna... Oh my god. That's such a terrible use of space. Whatever. Animation... I mean, it's not set up yet, but... let's say no for now. Restricted movement. Nope. Movement input. Again, I don't know about that yet. Physics action responder. So the bullet isn't going to respond to keyboard presses. Physics. I suppose it has physics. The movement input for this is just going to be going straight up. So I need to work out how I'm going to do that. You're doing a lot of scaping. You got 70 Slayer the other day, right? Congrats on that. What are you up to now? Editing videos is the process, is practicing the process. Have you not done much editing? Like, is it a brand new thing for you? The game project is something you're doing with a bunch of people, and the mod is something you started because the concept was funny. It might be that you have too much creative stuff at the same time. Yeah, you might want to limit yourself. Like, you might want to say, I don't want to work on this until I've made significant progress or finished these other things. Because the video edit, that's like a set. There's only so much time you can spend on editing, right? You'll make the video and you're done. I feel like the mod and the game project could be like a lot longer. So maybe I'd try and finish one thing and it will cut down maybe on the mental maths you have to do. How long would you reckon all these things take? Like, is the TF2 mod something tiny? Like, is it the sniper, like, doing a flip every time he headshots or something? Or is it like a whole thing? Is the game project you helping your friends with something? Or is it like a whole thing? Is it like a big project? Because you don't want to spread yourself too thin. Movement input. Do I want it to be a movement input? Yeah, I think so. Force, desired speed, movement input, direction. Suppose I could just set this stuff in now, right? Why are these things separated? I need to look at that. I don't remember. This seems odd to me. Like, why is this 1? Is this a normalized thing? Is this like a multiplier? I wonder. I'll check. I've forgotten. Because here, I think I could just like pop in, right? Because it's just the player bullet, right? I could just put in like dot movement. Come on, dude. Movement input, and then I'll chuck in vec2. Oh, GLM vec2. Oh, whoops. How's that? Hang on, let me double check this. Movement input direction. What are you? You are part of movement input. Let's just hide this for now. Movement input. It's a vec3. I guess it's a Z technically. This should be a vec3. 0.05f. I guess you could have the bullet go up. Sorta. What's wrong? Oh, equals. Whoops. Alright. So that's fine. Now you chuck a comma at the end. Yeah, okay. So, movement input direction. Show me why this does what it does. Action responder system. I need to have something somewhere else that isn't action responder system that's doing this. Hello. Bit of Slayer, some clues. You made some cannonballs for a Dagonoth task. Cool. Oh god, it's Donut. I mean, hey Donut. How are you? TF2 mod is a long project because it involves editing every TF2 weapon model. Video editing you try to do out of boredom, and the game project you want to do with someone isn't commercial or anything. But I mean as in like time-wise. Like if you were to try and cut down on your creative tasks that you have to do, what would be the quickest? I feel like the video editing would be quickest, right? Hey Waste. Are you missing anything important? No, I'm just I'm working very basically. The task for today's stream, Donut. I probably can't render the game now, but the task for today's stream is to make it so I can press the spacebar, and I will spawn a bullet that shoots up and disappears when it hits the edge of the screen. The bullet is not anything fancy. I just want to experiment and see how things go. So, no cheating, no backseating. I'm just testing. I'm experimenting. I'm feeling my way around. I need to learn the systems a bit better. But for now, it's literally just going to be like a player sprite, and I'm testing this. I'm wondering if I can just make it so you spawn with a movement input. But I was trying to remember why there's a difference between movement input direction and movement input. I feel like movement input direction was a normalized like a 1 in one of the 4 directions, saying I want to move up, and then movement input is that multiplied by like a speed or something. But I'm just checking up on it because I don't remember. We had the, I think it's action responder system. Here we go. So, in this system at least, for the player, for every entity with a movement input that responds to actions, their movement input... Okay, movement input is indeed a absolute vector of up, down, left, right. Cool. The xy being the vector of left, up, down, right, etc., which is a... What are you? Vec3? Vec2. You're a Vec2. Jesus Christ. This is a lot. I guess it's just everything added together. Oh, well, minus together. Okay, fine. Just tell me if you want me to explain it. I'm gonna make some suggestions, and if I'm horribly wrong, let me know. Oh, sorry. You got a double cannonball mold, so you make them twice as fast. Oh, sick. Double? It's twice as big. I thought it was like 10% more. What the heck? Becomes easier because maladaptive daydreaming is poggers, and you get to throw everything you've saved into a Google Doc or RP session. Taking notes helps, yeah. Or like just writing down your creative spurts when you have them. Because then sometimes you can make yourself feel creative just by looking at what you've done in the past. It's like a little push. Video editing is more so just practicing, and it isn't really a set time period. The game project needs to be done in May. TF2 mod is something you don't know when you can get it done. No sort projects. What do you want to edit? What video are you making? Are you doing like a commentary or a frag video or a mod showcase or what? What are you trying to do? What's your level of experience? Have you made videos before? Or is this your very first one? Because you don't want to make yourself 3 things at once that you suddenly have to do, which is like enormous. That's too much, I think. Anyway, action responder system. So the movement input, like absolute vector, but contains action. Okay, I'm just going to assume this says up, down, left, right based off your keyboard input. So this is something I could mimic just to say go straight up for the bullet, for example. And then for at least the player's movement, their direction is a normalized version of the movement input. Ah, okay, get absolute vector. Oh, hang on. Oh, normalize, yeah. That solves the XY, the like diagonal movement issue, doesn't it? Okay. That's quite simple then. Am I only moving 1 frame at a time? That can't be right. Movement in... No, actually, this is just the direction they want to point, I suppose. So it's, you know, like a joystick, I suppose. So this is fine for the bullet, for it just to point directly up, I think. I don't know how I'd necessarily write that, but for now I'm just going to write -1 and see what it does. Let's just see what that does. Let's experiment. No doggo review. I haven't done one in a few weeks. I've been a bit too tired lately. Let's see what this does. Because if we go, I think, to the physics system, for every entity with a transform in physics, which would include this bullet, previous position is the current position. You calculate various forces. Hang on, maybe I've gone too far here. I think it might be a movement system. Oh, this is only things with movement input, which does include the bullet, I think. So movement input. Movement input. I think this is fine. Yeah, right? The bullet has physics and it has movement input. It's just that it just so happens that the movement input never changes. It's not affected by like the keyboard presses, for example. Although I could add like a bullet AI system for like tracking. Bullets shouldn't need a movement input. Should I have an alternative one like linear? Is that what linear movement was? Just something like this. This should be fine, I think, actually. Linear motion. Because movement system's much more serious, right? That's friction and... I could probably... Maybe certain special bullets we could add that for. But I might write a third system for that. Custom, like, special bullets. But for this, yeah, because I was you didn't see earlier, Donut. I've dragged in... I was just having a peek at the old WouHou code. And I just saw that, like, the bullets just move. It's literally just velocity multiplied position. So I was like, oh yeah, do that here. All right, even simpler then. So we'll go to the template factory, spawn player bullet, whatever. None of this matters, but we're just hard coding this for now. Instead of movement input, we'll have a linear motion. Linear motion needs linear velocity. That is... Oh. Is it not? Hang on. Linear velocity. What's the syntax for this? Linear velocity. Vec 3, linear velocity. Oh, this probably just needs to be... This isn't bloody Kotlin or whatever. How about this? GLM Vec 3. Perfect. No? Oh, whoops. Ah, okay. Fair enough. Perfect. All right, so I'm hoping... Donut? No backseating. I'm trying to work things out. But do you mean here? Because I can do that. But try to mitigate it. I get stressed out when I think about streaming this because I just think I'm just here writing what you're writing in chat. I'm not actually doing anything. That makes you look like a faker. And I don't want to look like a faker. Which I am. But you can help a little bit. Vec motion. There you go. That sort of stuff does make me not want to do devlogs, though. I don't want to make like a video that's like, oh yeah, I was working on WouHou today. It's technically C++ and written on top of SFML3 or SDL2. But I'm not actually. I'm just using someone's library. It makes me look like I'm like bullshitting. Okay, well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping I could have just worked that out just by looking here, where Sprite is just done like this. I've just copied it over here. Is this still right though? Something feels wrong. Oh, it's because there's no comma. Right? Yeah. Okay. Too many commas, dude. Whatever. Okay. So this, theoretically, spawns an entity that goes up. The playable space isn't being used. So instead of restricted movement system, I'm going to have... What would I call this? I want something that means it dies when it leaves the screen. Off-screen culling system. Why not? That sounds fun, right? Off-screen... How about just culling system? I can just provide a space and cull anything that's X or Y is outside. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but we'll see. If your Clang format is higher, you can send me the new Clang format file that works a bit better. I don't know what version my Clang format is. Is it a plugin? I don't remember. Try something in the terminal. Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I find this Clang formatting is actually kind of like aggressive. Like, I think it's wasting too much space, but I don't. It doesn't matter right now. I was about to write Clang format system. Like culling system. So every tick for every entity with a transform, a culling to be culled. Cull box. Cull region. Life region. Live zone. Life zone. Stay alive zone. Dead zone. Live zone. I'll just call it live zone for now. Doesn't need a sprite. I'll just call it live zone. This is stupid. I'll find a better name for it later. It doesn't matter. Oh, do I want the sprite? Because I guess it has the size of the sprite. You know what? I was thinking like maybe I just want to. I don't think you need to. I think that's extra. I think I could just make it so stuff gets destroyed a bit outside of the box. I think that's fine. So I'm just gonna have center X, center Y. Rectangle playable space is equal to. I haven't written it yet, but I have the live zone slash playable space. I don't want to reuse. I just don't want to overcomplicate the calculations. I know it would be better, like it would be more precise to calculate the thing being off screen by including the size of the whole sprite. But I'm thinking if I just make the box a bit bigger, that saves me loads of calculations. There's going to be a lot of bullets going on. And besides, I could make it so the box is quite a bit bigger than the screen, so stuff can sort of swirl around it. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, I have responded to the video. Oh, sorry. The video is you re-editing a friend's video, which he already has on their channel, by adding effects. So the video editing will not be public. You've done some frag videos and stuff. Okay, so you at least know all the basics, right? You know, like clipping and fading and transitions and adjusting the audio a little bit. That's good. That stuff can be a hassle to learn. I mean, I don't know. I like the schedule idea, Rob. Would it be feasible for you to like say, you know what, every day at 9, except for weekends, or maybe on the weekends at 9, I will do 1 hour of video editing, and I will not finish for 1 hour. And maybe that something simple like that could help. Like, if you clearly define that that's what you're going to do with your time, maybe it might make you feel like you need to give up after 5 minutes, because you have the time set beside, you know. You've put stuff aside to do this. It helps me, at least. It means the system will cull stuff that doesn't have a sprite. Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, anything that needs to be culled off screen. If I end up having some sort of invisible object that has a collision object, but no sprite, I don't know why, but, you know, for whatever reason, that could also be destroyed this way. I guess it also technically means I could destroy stuff just by setting the Y to, like, minus 80 billion, which would be a bit cheating, but I could. Just a funny thought. Anywho, playable space, rectangle float. All right. So we're just gonna have center X. Delete, 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 delete. Center Y, center Y. Let's do this. Kind of hate having a bunch of else if statements, but I'm gonna be honest, this seems fine. I bet there's some built-in function that does it, but this is fine. I could just do a bunch of ors. This works as well. Because I'm assuming this works in C++ too, but in every other language I've ever used, double barrel means the moment it finds something as a match, it skips to the end. Like, it doesn't try resolving all of them. I'm going to assume C++ works the same way. You can tell me the built-in function. It's going to be clamp or something, right? Or there's going to be like, if you divide that by 0, it fixes it for you. Donut, is there a Clang format to like max width? Like, I want however many characters this is. 128 characters wide. Can I do that? Because this stuff going off screen is horrible. It's not legible. You feel like it's more like you have too many big projects at the same time. Priority-wise, it's the game project mod and then editing. I think you're right. I think if you have too many things on at once, it's frustrating. It's impossible, honestly, to keep up with everything. You're a human being. You know, there's only so many things you can do at once. Bloody Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Like, are you breathing? Do you have shelter? Have you eaten? Do you have water? Have you slept? Have you sneezed? Have you had a wee? Like, you have to do all these things first before you can do anything else. It's incredible that we can ever get anything done. Well, I mean, you said the game project was with friends, right? I feel like if that's high priority and there's other people working on it, could you not get them to bully you into doing it more? Like a good old social push, you know? If they see that you haven't worked on it in a while, they all delete you and send you poo in the mail. You just set it really wide, you can change it. Oh, hell yeah. Clang format. Must be a number, right? Column limit. Oh, 128. Let's see what that looks like. So much better. Yeah, no, I found it. Well, I'll mess around with this. This might be too small, but I like limiting it to a column in the middle, personally. Sorry. Regardless, how do I delete an entity again? Let me have a think. I think it's just like registry.remove or something, right? That can't be right. That looks too simple. That must be wrong. It must be entity.clear and then like a pointer, right? This seems sus. You get me? Suspiciously simple. You'll talk about the game project with the leader with the whole situation to see what can be done. Because I find, like, if I'm getting pushed to do something by other people, I'm more likely to do it. You know? Like, if it's a personal thing, it's a pain in the arse. But if there's other people involved, or if I'm helping other people, or if I know they'll get something out of it, it makes me much more willing to actually do it. You know? Like, the projects I've worked on most on, like, YouTube were, like, tutorials, right? Or like wiki sort of videos where I know loads of people are going to enjoy it or get loads of information out of it. Whereas the videos where I end up making it for myself, I'm just sort of like, I just sort of fuck it up together. Throw it out there. Don't want to spend too much time on it. Whatever. Anyway, this can't be right, but I'm going to pretend it's right. Let's make this live zone thing. Bullying is a great thing, Monas. You wouldn't get anything done without a little bullying. That's what I think. Is that what I think? Sure. Restricted movement. Let's have a struct called live zone. And we are going to have this playable space. Yep, that's right. It's exactly the fucking same. But it's a different component. So this goes into one system, this goes into another. And I don't want stuff to be triggering this when it should be triggering this, or vice versa. So I'm thinking, you know, I could have like a funny rectangle fucking component, and then I either attach a empty restricted movement component or an empty live zone component, and then they both use one rectangle. But like, fuck that. Let's not do that. Let's just be boring. Let's just copy and paste a little bit. Like, this is fine. It's cheeky. It's readable. It's understandable. The player bullet needs to have a fucking cull. Culling system. Not culling system. What did I call it? Live zone. Why didn't I call it a cull zone? Alright. We can still call it playable space. I'm actually going to call it living area. Like a house. Isn't that fun? I think so. Ah, here we go. What's wrong, eh? Entity. Entity X. Entity Y. I'll call it center still. All right. Well, I've tried just throwing random syntax at it. Have I done entity.remove anywhere else? No. Let me look at the wiki then. Entity registry remove. How do I do that? Temporarily. Alright. Hey, is that backseating, Donut? I sure hope not. Position. This should be right. For every entity, registry.remove. Candidate template ignored. Cannot infer template argument type. Requires 2 arguments. 1 was required. It's not. You're holding back. Okay. Because, I mean, you can't see this wiki. If the goal is to delete the component, the erase... Well, this isn't deleting a component. Oh, wait, hang on. This might be removing a component, not the entity. Destroy all entities in a registry at once. That's not it. .clear. The clear function works to erase all instances of the components from the entities that own them. Is it .clear then? Maybe? Because the entity only exists with its components, right? If I've got that right. Let me try and learn this. So here we've got an entity that is existing. The entity is created, say, where the fuck is main? Spawn player? Where did I put that? Spawn player. Are you not being called anywhere? Are you serious? Is it? It just didn't rename it in the other file, I guess, right? Player? Okay, of course it didn't rename it. Here we go. Right. So we're doing registry.create here to create an entity. Or recycles a destroyed one. Okay. So we're creating it here, but it doesn't really do anything yet. I think this just returns a ID. So in this spawn player function, we're placing a bunch of components at that ID point with some arguments. So surely to delete it, we just need to remove all of the components from it. But then also surely we need to mark the ID as being free so it can be reused. Where am I going? Template factory. No. Culling system. Let me have a look at this. I'm hiding my own chat. I'm sorry. I'm hiding it because I want to read the wiki first. Entity.clear. This is removing all components from an entity. Remove all. If the goal is to delete a component, you use erase. It just says clear, yeah. Requires 0 arguments. What? That's not right then. Could I do clear entity like this? No, of course not. Okay, that's not it then. Erases all instances of the given components. Oh, okay, so that would be like if I wanted to remove all cull zones, for example, I could do this. Oh, do I need to do this? Yeah, okay. So this would remove every cull zone from the registry. So if I wanted to delete every bullet on the screen... No, I don't think it would work that way. I don't want that. Okay, I'm going to look at chat. I'm cheating. Give me the signal. Oh my god. Oh, hey, Mangle. Monday, our bot invaded your account and spammed phishing links to a couple people and Twitch suspended it, but now you're back stronger than ever. Jeez. Set up 2-factor. Alright, Donut, tell me. What have I done? It's not just... okay, let me have a look as well. There can't be that many functions, right? It is destroy. Okay, I was about to say, is it just destroy? I need to start saying the things before I don't say them. Because I didn't say it. I said I was about to say it. Whatever. Sorry, I'm not bringing links back for now. I really don't want to have to deal with having to tab out of full screen games to delete phishing links. I'm sick of it. If you do need to post links, I know that isn't a link. I know it was by accident, but if you need to, you can put it on Discord. It shows you as having posted the link though, right? But you don't notice until the on-screen chat here shows it, right? I thought like Kilo or someone said the other day they didn't even notice their links were getting deleted. Yeah, okay. Well, this is what I see. Alright, cool. Alright. This seems fine then, right? What's wrong with playable space? Oh, okay. Oh. Playable space. Hang on. Oh, cull zone. Dot. Living area. Playable space. Is that right? You can do that? Does this just construct a rectangle with a rectangle? Are you allowed to do that? Can you do... You can just... I guess it's just assigning it, I suppose. Although I feel like you can just do equals. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, this feels like this is just this, right? But I didn't know you could do it the other way. Yeah. Playable space. I'm going to rename this to... No, I'm not. I'm going to do this. Living... Excuse me. Cull zone. Living area. I could call this cull outside zone. But it doesn't... Like, who cares? It's somewhat self-explanatory. Okay, fine. So, we've got this function now. It should create something with a sprite that is the player. The collision thing doesn't matter. But it has a position. It has a linear motion, probably pointing up, but it might be down. Who cares? We'll find out sooner or later. I'm thinking this is actually going to end up going down, because I think that way's up. But whatever. We'll see. We'll experiment. It should get killed outside of a certain area, which for now is just going to be the level. Like, exactly. It should basically die the second it touches. We'll see. All right, that makes me think. But anyway, it also weighs 50, so I don't know how quick it's going to move. But we'll see. It might move at player speed, because I copy and paste it over. All right. For now, I'm also just going to do this at game start. Because I'm just testing it once, right? So, where is player? There we go. Let's just spawn a bullet entity. Doesn't matter. Bullet test entity. Spawn player bullet. We're going to spawn it. Titty. we're just going to spawn it here and do that. I'm just going to see what happens. What is going to happen? Hey! Look! It's made a thing that goes down. Okay, it is indeed going down, but that's cool, isn't it? Dude! That's sick. Alright. Beautiful. Alright. 1, the mass is going to be fucking 5, and we're just going to make it, like, go up. Okay, it's not... I did not... I guess it doesn't have physics. Does it have physics? Does linear motion not care? Linear motion. Physics isn't being used, is it? I don't think mass will make a difference. Does it need physics? Does removing that do anything? No. I guess it doesn't need physics. Physics is more of like a tag, right? How about 25? Is this capped? No, that worked. Look, off it goes. Alright, let's make that like fucking 125, I don't know. See what this does. Ah, off it goes. I don't know if it's being destroyed. I feel like it's maybe not. Hang on. Spawn player bullet. Where is playable space? What are you? Playable space. I am going to pass in temp. I'm going to name it something stupid just so I don't keep it. But it's just going to be size. It's just going to be divided by 2. It's just going to be divided by 2. That's it. I'm just going to call it something stupid. I'm going to delete it immediately. But I just want to see if making this smaller does make a difference. That seems to still exist. Can I draw that, maybe? Where am I drawing that? Screen rendering. Playable space. Temp playable space. Here we go. We'll draw this on top, and we'll make it fucking whatever color this is. We'll make it 28 and 1 and 3. It's going to be a grey, I guess. Oh, have I still got it running? No? Okay. Build. Okay, so it should be getting destroyed outside of this area, but it's clearly not. Oh, I need to add the system to the game. Oh, that's what you want to hear, right? Like, oh, like that. Yeah, okay. I wonder if there's a way to enforce that. Like, just something in system that says, like, destroy. But yeah, you should make an... I mean, I can just make an extension. It doesn't matter. Screen rendering. Let's make the culling system happen before render. It doesn't matter. I guess I'll have it happen after all the physics and stuff. Culling. Culling system. What's wrong? Oh, I need to include it. Let's include it then. Has my music ended? Where did my culling system go? What's wrong? Maybe this will work. Maybe it's just confused. My music stopped. Oh, it just ended. Okay. Chucker's on fucking... I don't know. Calm and relaxing video game music, Water Edition. Yeah, go on then. Why not? Oh, there actually is something wrong. What's up? Standard mate unique. Restricted movement system. Oh. What's wrong? I guess this is a bit big, but I mean that doesn't matter, does it? No matching constructor for restricted movement. This is restricted movement system. Oh, it's probably the header, right? I haven't... The header guard or whatever. Restricted movement. And culling... Yep. Okay. Easy. WouHou culling system has the same... has not been included. There we go. Oh, look. There we go. Perfect. You see that? So, I can get rid of this horrible temp thing that I created. Wherever I made that. Get rid of that. Screen rendering, stop drawing that. And game. This can be playable space. When did you start saying that? Odd. Might need to make it even a bit smaller. Maybe like 100. Where's my... Oh, dog. Clang format. Where are you? Make this 100. Maybe this is 9. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Why aren't you running? Why are you running? What's wrong? System. Action responder system. Standard... That's not an issue, is it? Okay, I removed screen rendering. Oh, maybe it's in the template factory. Yeah, here we go. Play it. It's just living area, isn't it? Yeah. Alright. No, I think you're fine. The player doesn't have a cull component. Yeah, exactly. Look at that. Dude, if I'd have spawned the bullet a bit left, it should have just exploded instantly, right? Imagine that. I'd be like, why isn't it spawning? The standard IO header is an example of an accidental include. Oh. I guess you aren't needed. Is that what that said? Does it say, like, not needed? Oh, use C standard IO. Do I even need that? Header insertion never. I want it to add headers automatically though. That's helpful. It automates some of my work, right? I guess sometimes it might include the wrong thing, but you know, this isn't IntelliJ. You've seen it cause so many problems though. Let's leave it for now. In the last stream, it prevented you from compiling. Oh, geez, you're right. Get rid of it. Clanged. Oh, okay, I guess you don't exist. Settings in VS Code. Settings. Clanged. Alright. Cool. Poggers. Poggers, poggers, poggers. Alright, so I am going to make... There's some more stuff you posted about creativity I missed. Oh, thank you. Sorry. You do need to remind me. Sometimes I do just miss stuff. You guess just being constantly creative when out of home at a culture house you visit nowadays, which you visit almost all weekdays, might use up your creative energy too. A culture house? What's a culture house? I mean, that's possible. There's only... I mean... There's only so much you can do, right? If you spend all day on something, all night on something, it's tough to still work on it. Even if it's only, like, loosely connected. Like, you know, I can't be asked to cook some days because I've worked too much. It's not like I've been cooking at work, but I have been, like, mentally drained. I might need to reload the window for it to take effect. What's the command? That's print. What's the keyboard shortcut in VS Code to bring down the little search bar? I thought it was Control-Alt-P. Oh, Control-Shift-P. Close. Reload. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Okay, cool. So, I'm going to add to the... I'm going to add... What do I want to call it? I'm trying to think. I want to add a component so the player can press space and spawn a bullet. And the way that really works is so if something has the action responder system... and another component, then pressing space will spawn a particular type of bullet. How do I want to handle this? Do I want the action responder system to spawn a bullet? This class is going to get quite... Gun. Yeah, maybe. I'm just trying to think, because this class could get huge if it's every single keyboard element, but then again, maybe that's fine. If it got so big and I needed to split it up, I could make a few different systems for like different sorts of key presses. But maybe this is okay for now. No point over-optimizing early. The easiest solution is just to make it in here. If the space is pressed and you're an action responder, it spawns a bullet. But that is stupid. Because if I make it so the main menu is an action responder and you press space, it would spawn a bullet. I kind of want to call it gun. Yeah. Player gun. Bit shit. Do I want a different component for each type of gun? No. Yes. Weapon would be more appropriate. Yeah. Because I have different things. I could give gun to things with keyboard input, but also gun to things with AI input, or like timed shooting mechanics. You had it in a weapon system. Yeah. And then if you drop the gun, you remove the gun component. Or if I want to make it so you can't shoot, say you've just used a bomb or something, or the game's, maybe not the game pause, but you know, something's happened. You've been disabled, you've been muted by a siren. I just remove the gun component and suddenly you can't shoot, and then later I can give it back. I kind of like that. And if it was like nuclear throne, right, and you could like throw your gun on the floor and pick it up, you could switch out the gun component. Gun component should also include like a bullet type. Should I... Is it cursed to include object orientation here? Should I have, like, the gun has a bullet type, and the bullet type is just, like... It's like a parent class of all the different types of bullets. And it doesn't care what type of bullet it is, necessarily. But it spawns it in a position and moves it in a direction. But then the bullet type can have different stuff. But then I'm including object orientation. It's not particularly cursed, but it depends on who you ask. Because like the alternative to having you can add as much OOP as you want, yeah. Because in my head, right, if I have, let's just super basic example, right? We have a player bullet that goes, and an enemy bullet that goes, right? Super simple. You know, they have different sprites or whatever, but who cares? You could have a generic bullet that they both inherit, and this weapon system checks for anything. It requires a bullet. It requires that. Like, for something to have a weapon, it needs to have a bullet type. It doesn't care what it is, but it, you know, it spawns it, whatever, and then every step it ticks for each bullet's tick, depending on, you know, different physics. You know, bullet tick for player gun go up, bullet tick for enemy bullet go down, whatever. The alternative to that, or one of the alternatives, is I have a different set of components for each of the types of logic. But then I feel like I'm shoehorning it in, but then maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm doing that correctly. Maybe it would be like a component for bullet up, or down bullet, or bullet to player, as long as it's contained. Because I'm not arbitrarily restricting myself to not using OOP. You know? I'm not saying I can never use object orientation. Kind of like that. Although I guess right now, I mean, it doesn't matter. The game's simple. If I want to refactor later, I can refactor later, as long as I make it simple. Oh no, sorry, Robsan. I'm trying quite hard to follow each thread through, because I've noticed I'm very good at starting a conversation and then forgetting it halfway through, and then having like a bunch of split hairs. So I thought I'd finish this bit first, but sorry. It might just be how much you use creativity per day on your other stuff. What's your daytime activity? Are you a student, or did you have a full-time job, or what? I don't remember. No real way of resetting your brain other than sleep. Yeah, I mean, that could be it. Like, I find it really tough to do these programming streams sometimes. I'm so fucking exhausted of programming during the day. Why would I want to spend like 2-3 hours of my evening doing it too? I can't like look at the screen. It's like sickening. But then some days I'm like, you know what? Today, I was doing more admin stuff than coding. So I'm in the mood. I mean, really, I wanted to play Osu, but my hands aren't working today. We'll do it tomorrow. I might just do it on my off time though. But it's been a tiring day, but for other reasons, like physical reasons. And this is a cozy game. Rectangle contains point. Fuck, I feel like I... yeah, probably, yeah, you know. That's functionally the same as this, right? Oh, sorry. Is it faster? It's probably the exact same, right? Oh. Hang on, what's wrong? It's the exact same, just more expressive. You know what? Why is it... Can you please give me like a hint, IDE? Like just anything. Just stop like pissing around. Transform dot... What does dot contains need? I fucking hate this program. Oh my god. Ay. This, and then I build it instead. It doesn't need to pass, it just needs to let me view the docs for a class that it knows exists. Like, just let me look at this. Maybe I just need to refresh the fucking window. I can't see how people possibly use this on their professional job. This is like, people don't, right? How can it know if you're hovering over it if it can't pass it? Because the IDE isn't letting me... I'm not even part... The IDE isn't intelligently highlighting this like it usually does when a build is correct to let me control click to go and read the docs for it to see what the different methods do. Right? Because it's not an IDE, it's Notepad with plugins. Right? It's not a good piece of... It's not like a good piece of software. I don't know. I'm sure it's a great piece of software, but it's too buggy for me. I can't imagine people use this at their like actual jobs, right? It's far from perfect, yeah. I think last time we did just give up and start using Visual Studio, but I'd rather have Sea Lion, but I don't want to pay for it, so we're stuck with this. No real school job. Rather, you're doing different activities with people at a culture house. What is a culture house? Did I miss that? I'm gonna Google this. Culture house. Culture house. Donut, if you're spending time thinking about why your tools are broken, it's time to get different tools. That's my advice. Tools should work for you, not the other way around. Make yourself less dependent on the tools. Nah, dude, you should make yourself dependent on tools so you can do what you want to do. It's like, oh, you're too dependent on your electric screwdriver. Just do everything with your fingers. Dude, he dropped his electric screwdriver. It broke. He now just can't screw anything in. What an idiot. He should have learned to do it by hand. Like, no. Heck that. Technology expands for a reason, dude. Why are you typing on a keyboard and mouse? Just insert punch cards into the system. You're too dependent on your keyboard. Having a buggy IDE is not an excuse. It'd be silly not to bring a backup screwdriver. You're right. You're right. You're right. Alright. I'm going to bring a backup program. I'm just going to throw a hammer at the fucking chat box. Alright. What the fuck is wrong with this? Just go back to what it was. Nothing matters. No, I can't control Z because it stores the back. Yeah, when you reload the window, it must it deletes your undo. Of course, That's a really nice system. I like that. Okay, playable space dot contains. Right, build. It's not going to do anything because this needs a thing. Tell me what you need. How about I just type in transform dot and then take me to transform. Okay, I'll just manually find it. That's fine. I'll just manually find it. Just manually find it. Transform dot position. All right. Do you need a vec 3 or a vec 2? I'm assuming if it's a rectangle, it needs a vec 2. But I'm going to see if it works. It works. Cool. That instantly destroyed the bullet. How does dot contains work? That's interesting. Let's check that. Let's spawn the bullet a bit more in. Game. Let's spawn it like, I don't know, fucking 250, 250. Oh, not contains. Ah, okay. Oh, if it contains... yeah, that makes sense. God, what a poor bullet, dude. Alright. Maybe 250, 250 is out of the screen. Okay, game. Come on, dude. Spawn it at 100 by 50, whatever. Try that. There we go. Yeah, you can see it like halfway over it, it gets destroyed. Perfectly fine. Culture House is a place where people with mental issues can hang out and do stuff together. Oh, cool. I don't know if there's a word for that. Culture House. I think in the UK, they just ignore you. I don't think we have anything like that. I don't think the Dutch do either. It's sort of like mental health isn't really it doesn't exist. Just grit and bear it, they always say. It's a very healthy country. Yeah. Comfortable space, living area. I don't know if there's a word for that in English. There must be. There must be a word. Culture house sounds cool. I like that. It's like you're doing stuff. I like that. Okay. So, let's make a fucking gun chat. Alright. Now turn up the music. We're gonna make a gun for our bullet hell. We're gonna call it gun system. No, I'll call it weapon system. Fine. So, weapons system. Just demonetize myself. For every entity with a weapon... oh. I guess bullet type could be a component? Would bullet type be a component? I was thinking bullet type just goes in the weapon. Like the weapon component would have a variable called bullet. But could I have it so guns have multiple bullets? No. Fuck it. I'm just going to make it so there's one thing. Simplify. Simplify. Weapon. Const weapon, dude. Let's not const it for now. Let's just call it weapon. And then, I don't know, fucking, like, shoot to do. Shoot da gun. Or else, shoot da none. Yeah. Whatever. I don't know. Hey, Scout. I'm doing A-okay, thank you. Yeah, go on then, Robson. I thought there was a Wikipedia page. You can put a link. Okay, shoot that gun. I don't know, like spawn a fucking bullet. I don't know, like spawn a bullet. Spawn a fucking bullet. Sorry. Packing. Okay, template factory. No, components. We're gonna have a gun struct. Thanks, Ellie.
Are you winning, Brit friend? My mortal enemy throughout the ages? Are you going insane? Don't you want to just go ape?
Thanks for the 37 months of resubscriptions, Ali, from France. I am winning. Now that you're here. The Fumo's packed in a box, chat. We're not seeing it for half a year. I hope you're ready for that. Is this Zelda music? No. This is rain music. This is the sound of rain. It's cozy. Oh no! Alright. Weapons are gonna have fucking, like, bullet type. Weapons gonna have bullets. They're gonna have a spawn location, and they're gonna have a... Do they want a direction? A bullet is its own entity. So really, you don't need this, because if you spawn a bullet, you're already spawning it at a location. Or could I have it? Could I have like an entity, like entity to spawn at, which is itself? Because, for example, the player would have a weapon component, right? So when I'm in the weapon system, I have an entity with a weapon, which is the player. So I spawn the bullet at the player, which is fine for now. But then if I want to spawn bullets at random parts of the fucking screen, that can use a different system. It's perfect. It's brilliant. And then a direction. I need like a target. Target can be a... Does it need a target? When I'm spawning a bullet, I do need to have a direction. But how am I going to decide that? It could be that the bullet itself, the class that I'm about to create, has a target, and the target is a position or an entity. Or like a direction or an entity. Or an entity. Technically, I could make it so the target is always an entity. And if I want the enemies to shoot at the player, I make it shoot at the player entity. If I want the player bullet to shoot, I just spawn a second target entity at the top that it moves towards. I'm genius. No, I don't know if I want to do that. But do you get what I just said? Like, I could make it so when you shoot a bullet, it actually spawns two entities. The bullet and then the target, and it always moves towards the target. So I could make it so the player shooting spawns a bullet and its target off screen at the top. But that sounds kind of like a little sketch. Yeah, I was thinking null entity to have no target. Yeah, well, I'm just thinking target just needs to be a position. So I can set it so target is the player's position, or I can set it so target is just like up. And if I wanted to home, I can have a second element. Now we're getting into some object orientation bullshit. Now, if I wanted to home, I have a component somewhere completely separate that has anything with a position and a homing target, it moves towards it, irrelevant of this system. That might have some fun physics quirks. Hey, Jordan. You know what? Let's keep things fucking simple. Initial velocity. Yeah, I think because initial velocity is just the thing I'm chucking in, right? I'm doing like minus 150 or something. What does the bullet need? Do I need a bullet class? I kind of like... I mean, I think object orientation for this is like fine. Right? Because I can spawn the like sprite. But then what if I want to share the sprite with different bullet types? I'm really trying to think. Are there going to be like 100 different bullets with like 3 sprites? Or are there going to be like 3 bullets? You sent a link. I'll have a look. Thank you. Give me a second. If I hit something, damage it. Message requests. Oh, it's Rob. Hey. Let's have a look. Please don't play any audio. In English. Finland. The safe place to explore a wide array of culture-related activities in a relaxed and supportive atmosphere. The aim is to reach young adults 18 to 35 living in this area who face challenges due to mental health. They're free of charge. What the fuck? Nordic countries are like a fucking... They're not real. It's like if you wrote a book about like some like special system where everyone makes loads of money and you get paid to go to uni and there's mental health support for free. Oh yeah, but there is some xenophobia and racism. Maybe it's not perfect. Pretty good though. Minus the xenophobia bit. This is incredible. Hey Jordan, you're not real. I'm sorry. No, I'm not doing like the Finland isn't real thing. I know people like hate that. I was joking. I meant like it seems like idyllic that your country would have mental health support for free. Oh, bye Zelly. So, does the weapon needs a thing to fire. Every weapon is going to have something to fire. It seems pointless for a weapon not to have something to fire. Right? It does. So the weapon needs a bullet. Can I just make it under here quickly? Just to write something down, right? Oh, whoops. This bullet. Does bullet need to be a thing? I'm doing a lot of thinking right now. I don't know if I'm overthinking. Maybe I should just write it step. I'm trying to think. Should I plan it out at the start, or should I just implement something and then see how it feels? I'm thinking I should just implement something and see how it feels. Let's do that. Let's not overthink stuff. We're just gonna have this. Yeah, you know what? Let's just write anything down and then see how we're feeling. So we've got a weapon system. For everything with a weapon, spawn a facking bullet. Game. Let's include this. Let's do all the menial tasks first. Weapon system. Cool. So now stuff can have weapons, right? The weapon system can go after the action responder system, because this is going to be like bullet firing, maybe. Right, fine. There's a weapon system now. Saving no longer refreshes the page. It no longer fixes my problems. Great IDE. Okay. There's a weapon system. I need to give that to the player. So template factory, the player is going to have a bullet. Okay. The player has a gun. Cool. So now we have a player with a gun. I'm hacking. Hey, Antonio. Weapon should have a state called bullets to fire. And time since last fired. I'm gonna say. Why not? Let's just put it in and see if it's necessary. So, we're gonna have a is long a thing? Cool. Last fired. That can be just 0. Don't know if that's the syntax in C++. Didn't ask. Time last fired and in bullets to fire. Just writing something down. We're just experimenting. So nothing here, nothing here. For Oh no, nested for loops. Bullets. Oh, auto. Bullets to fire in. Wait, hang on. That's not how I want to do this. How do you write this fucking for loop in this program again? Is it commas or this? Don't fucking remember. So we're just gonna check, because maybe the player wants to spawn fucking 3 bullets. No, is that stupid? No. Yes. Bullets to fire could be a list of bullet objects, and each bullet object could have like a different trajectory. Oh, I like that. And that could be how I shoot out like a star pattern. Right? So this weapon could have like a shotgun effect. There is a timer. Okay, dope. If I wanted a shotgun effect that shoots out all 5 bullets at the exact same time, so they're all going like this, the weapon could just have... You just place... When you press space, you place this list of 5 bullets in the gun. In this method, it's spawn, 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 all within the same cycle. And then deletes those from that list, like clears the list at the end. And then they do off their own thing. And we set time since last fired to now. That sounds nice. Okay, what is timer in libdonut? I want to have a look. Take me there. Take me to the docks. Don't take me anywhere. Oh, need to put a semicolon to be able to see the docks, right? Whoa, I even added a semicolon. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I like this. Fair enough, chap. Finland. I like Finland. I'd like to visit at some point. It seems like a nice country. I know it's not the same, but I love Denmark. So I feel like I could be a Nordic boy. Okay. Components. I'm excited. I love doing this stuff. This is cool. Your Clang D is broken and you don't know why. Dude, that's great. Is it... this is the only thing I changed in here, right? Maybe I'll try refreshing. If I do a space here, does this snap back? Clang format is unrelated. Well, I don't care enough. It's fine. Ooh, okay. Bullets to fire. Instead of being a thing, it's going to be... I'm going to have a class called Bullet. And this is going to have a... Is this stupid? Movement input. This is stupid, but I'm just writing it down for now, okay? This is stupid. Don't worry. I know it's stupid. Don't worry. Don't worry. Is it? I think this is unnecessary. I think it would need linear motion. I know it's stupid. I know it's stupid. I know it is stupid. But stay with me. You might have to delete the cache folder or something. Alright. Where are you? Up here. Fuck. Bullet weapon. Okay, bullets to fire. Instead, it's going to be a vector of bullets. Is that empty? I assume this is an empty thing. Okay, cool. Bullets to fire. I'm fine with this being just a time. You just deleted some subfolder of it. Oh yeah. That sucks to suck. Was it necessary? I hope not. It had a dot on it. Can't have been necessary. Dot cache. Wait. Oh. I'm not going to delete something that says this action is irreversible. Maybe this is fine. Okay, cool. So weapon has some bullets to fire right now. Okay, cool. Weapon. I'm liking this. I'm liking how this is coming. Bullet could also have a starting position. So if I wanted the bullets to spawn a bit above the player. Does linear motion... It has a velocity. The weapon could have a position. Because, like, Remu's things, like, flow around, right? And they shoot like that. That could be cool to have that move around. The weapon could have a sprite, but it doesn't have to have one. Dude. Should it be an entity? Oh. This is really more like the weapon firing component. This is the fuse. Or this is like the gunpowder. This is the trigger. You know? Maybe I should separate that from the weapon as a whole. I know that sounds kind of stupid. But like this is just the thing that spawns bullets. I could call it bullet spawner. Weapon shooter? Bullet shooter? This is gun. No. The underline shows which subdirectory is selected. There are multiple. Weapon shooter, aka weapon. I know, right? Bullet shooter. But like, weapon to me implies that it's the entity weapon, which could have a position on the screen and a sprite and a velocity, and it, you know, does stuff. Whereas this is really just the thing that spawns bullets. Your brain is stuck in oop land. Well, no, I'm trying to avoid that, because I'm saying if this is weapon, then this would probably have like a sprite, and but I don't want that. I want this to just be the component that says this spawns bullets. I'm a weapon. Dude, check out these guns. Alright. No you. Alright. You're right. Bullet creator. What do we call this gun-like object? Bullet creator. Alright. Fucking weapon system. Alright, so for bullet to bullet in weapon dot bullets. Dude, I'm just gonna stop this. I'm gonna restart the program. It's probably broken. Let's just restart it. Is this showing up on stream? Give it a second. We might need to do something to get it working. Here we go. Alright, you see this, right? Yeah. You're going to need to keep the bullet class. It needs a semicolon on the end. Ah, fuck. My IDE donut.exe has found a bug. Nearly that one slide. Thank you. I love semicolons are really fun. I like them. It's like a fun little prize. Like if you want to put together this jigsaw puzzle, don't forget to tap your knee every 36 seconds on the dot. Otherwise, the puzzle won't compile. And it won't tell you why. But it might. It should. It was designed in the 70s to tell you. But then Mike in the 50s broke it. Oops, he also broke the date time class as well. Bloody Tim. Ah, no, the names have gone as well now. Ah, je m'appelle Sasquatch. Okay, hang on, language is breaking. Alright, components. We have a bullet. We have a weapon. Weapon has bullets to fire, which is a vector of bullets. We have the weapon system. So for every bullet in the fucking hell. For every in here, and then, oh, hang on. Now we're going somewhere. Spawn. Player bullet. Heck that shit. But fine. Oh shit, do I need to pass in template factory here? Do you have template factory? You probably don't, do you? Ah, oh, bloody hell. We're going to call this entity bullet to fire. Fine. Entity. So we're going to pass in this entity. we're going to pass in the position right now of... I can't call this entity. Bullet entity. Pass in the bullet entity. Position for now can just be the entity... Ah, fuck. Nah, I think the weapon should have a position. Weapon dot position. Weapon dot. Should the bullets have different positions? Human as a weapon is just spitting saliva out of their mouth, does no damage, range, and is affected by gravity a lot, but is still something you can shoot on command. I wish I could pin messages on Twitch. There must be a way, right? I can ban you. Huh. That's such a pinnable message. Can you take it? I'm gonna put a screenshot of this on Discord. This is a fantastic fucking comment. I need this somewhere. And you should just remember that. It's currently an int that you're trying to assign a non-existent vector class to. You're really funny. You're a really funny boy. Vector bullet. Bullets to fire. Is... Can I just do this? Is that allowed? I'm going to put this in its own class. Somewhere. Am I going to do that? This seems really stupid. I'm now suddenly feeling stupid. Don't think about it. You're not stupid. You're very smart. You're not smart. Oh, but you could be. Do I have to include bullet everywhere? I mean, that seems kind of stupid. If it's tied to the weapon, you could define the class in the weapon class. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, subclassing. Yeah. Do I need to call it like an inner class in this? Or can I just call it class? Fine. Oh, the thing is broken, huh? It's not subclassing. It's an inner class, isn't it? Like this is an inner class. Is that not a thing in C++ when you say weapon.bullet? Do you not call that an inner class? Alright, fucking bullet. Does each bullet need a starting position held on it? That seems very wasteful. There's going to be a lot of bullets. Let's just make it so only the weapon knows where to fire them from. Technically, I could keep a vector of all the bullets to fire and their individual positions if I wanted them to start slightly differently from each other. Subclassing is deriving inheriting. I know what subclassing is, Donut. I have a degree. Don't worry. I know. I said inner class, which is a separate thing. Which is a class in a class. It's in the name. I might be wrong on that. But you don't know. I bet you don't know. I bet you didn't even have soup today. No, you. Alright. This is stupid. This is stupid. Perfecto. Perfecto. Why is my clanged not working, huh? Who did this? Who broke this? Cash is back. No, it's not. Maybe it's because I haven't built in a while. Alright. Does each bullet need to know where it spawns? No, that seems still stupid. Like having a vector next to it of positions to fire them from is also stupid, but it's less wasteful in terms of space. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to have a position for now. I could even have a transform. Nah. I'm just going to do this. Yep. Fire position. Bullets to fire. Perfecto. Weapon system. So spawn a bullet at the weapon's fire position and delete it in playable space. Sure. But spawn player bullet needs some extra crap in it, so I'm just going to call it like spawn bullet. I can't edit. Awesome. How about just spawn bullet then? That's fine. Spawn bullet. Spawning a bullet. Probably should pass this in, but honestly, don't care, didn't ask. Plus ratio. Transform. Yep. Cool. Collision. Probably doesn't need it. But whatever. It doesn't do anything yet. Sprite. This is fucking bulky. Hate it. Linear motion. Here we go. This needs to be yeeted in. This needs to be... Can I just push the bullet in? The weapon in? Can a weapon get the... Remove the trailing comma. Oh yeah, yeah. You're getting tired, I guess. It's time to snooze, Rob. It's always good to snooze. For now, classic last words. I'm just going to pass it in. Do I need to do that? Whatever. I don't remember what this is. Let's just check. Linear motion. Whoops. Just pass it in. Just pass it in. I don't know where I am, so please build and tell me where I am. Missing a semicolon. Story of my bloody life, huh? Alright, what's wrong? Bullets to fire. Oh, can I do this? You need to put stuff after it in this bloody programming language, don't you? So it knows. Try now. Okay, that works there. Do I have to write this? That seems a little bulky. The only problem is you might want to add stuff to linear motion in the future that wouldn't be relevant argument to spawn bullet. True, but I'm just doing this for now. Standard vector. Fuck. Thank you. It's lovely where sometimes it's a capital and sometimes it's not, and sometimes it's standard. It's usually standard. It's always standard. It's never not standard. When's it not standard? It's always standard. Okay. What else is wrong? Weapon system. Is it in, maybe? Do I need to use keyword in? No. Oh, auto, probably. I guess... Oh, this is Hollow Knight music, isn't it? Does this need to be a reference? It probably should be. Oops. What's wrong here? Maybe it's because bullets to fire doesn't exist. What's wrong? Bullet... Oh, I need to pass in the linear motion. But there's no bullets. Everything is lowercase. Of course. You can start going horrible like in your additional message about after spitting. Oh, I misread that. Oh, too big of a cooldown. Oh, good old 10 minutes. Standard vector. Bullet is not too few. Can I not just make like an empty vector? And C++. Bullet is defined after weapon. Oh, really? Wait, hang on. Didn't I put you in here? Aren't you in here? You're a part of his friend, aren't you? You're buddies. Do I need to put you at the top? Yeah. How about now? Ah. Okay. Lovely language. I know someone's taking like a... You take like psychic damage every time I insult this fucking dinosaur. Cute dinosaur. All right, I need to chuck in Template Factory somehow or instantiate it. Who is Template Factory? How are you made? Dude, I love Hollow Knight music. Ah, I should probably chuck that in somewhere. Maybe I can just pass that in. Hey, Nick. Yeah, it's comfy, isn't it? I like Hollow Knight music. Can I just pass Template Factory into the, What's this from? I've heard this, like, a lot. Like, Rayman. Yeah. Alright, where's my... What little... There we go. Fair enough, Rob. Have a good sleep. Think about creativity. This is kind of scaring me, this song. Weapon system. Should I make a system called, like, spawner system that automatically passes this shit in? That's stupid. Just chuck it in when it's needed. Don't over-optimize. Alright, Template Factory. Screen rendering system. You have all this BS, right, my son? Weapon system. Hmm? Oh, you're using system. Instead, we're going to override it. You need the registry, and you need the bloody template factory, which is a bloody template factory, right? Yeah, it's a template factory. Amazing. Template factory. Like magic. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, what other magic do I need to write? Pom 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 pom. I think this would work. I think you need to think about it a bit harder. No? Maybe not. Illegal member initialization. Template factory is not a base. What have I done? Let's have a look. Here I'm passing in screen projection matrix. Oh, I just need to... Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I thought I might need to define it again. Yeah, you like being multiply defined, don't you? Yeah, just... fantastic. Can't wait for my organizer to work again. That'll be fun. It does not take 3 arguments. I think you take an extra one, don't you? What rendering system are you using? I am using SDL2, which I think uses OpenGL. And in order to use SDL2, Donut the Viking chap from chat has written a comfy library for me, which handles the calls for me in a slightly easier way. Because I am not much of a C++ programmer. I'm a Kotlin boy and a Swift boy. So yeah, I guess it's not. I mean, I can't say OpenGL. That's cheating. It's like as if I'm not drawing triangles, you know. But I could pretend. You'd think I'm cool, right? If I said I was doing OpenGL, I'd be like, oh shit, he knows what he's talking about. I bet he knows what a quaternion is. I don't know what a quaternion, or do I? Why is Spawn Bullet having issues? What's up? 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to chuck in a linear motion. Cool. I need to make one, I guess. Linear motion, I might have to include this actually. Oh, I've got components here. Components. Linear motion. Let's do this. This can't be right. This feels kind of gross. All the cool kids are using Vulkan now. Yeah. I knew I was cool. Can't believe it was you to tell me though. Alright. He's having some issues. GLS... the classic, isn't it? Hang on just a moment. Maybe just regular Vec3 though, huh? Did I not have that as a... yeah, alright. So this shouldn't do anything. Don't do anything, just load. Augers. It's loaded. Cool. I do want to do something fun, actually. I'm going to quickly make it so when you spawn the player, it does it halfway across the screen. I think that makes sense. Bloody transform. Position. This spawns here. Spawn player. Cool. X can actually be screen... What did I call it? Common... Screen center X. There you go. And then the Y can be the screen height, and it should be just be pulled in automatically. Oh, she. Is that right? Let's see what happens. Cool. So I'm now going to make it. So in bloody... So you got a weapon system. This might work. Emphasis on might. I need to create a bullet in action responder system. So if key pressed, it's not quite right. Action. How do the actions work? Because I don't want to do if key pressed space. That's kind of stupid. How does action work? Can I just do just pressed? Or is it input manager? Hang on, let's have a look at this. Input manager. I'm not going to be able to look at this. That's fine. Vulcan's similar, but probably better for cross-platform compatibility. I've heard it's difficult. You can just do just press action too. Donut, you are a star. That's fantastic. Action, I'm going to assume it's just called like shoot, because I can't get there. How about I just type in shoot? Shahoot? No, it doesn't exist. Where's action? Game? Aim? Count? Aim? Attack. Okay. Attack. So, if attack for every entity with a... For every entity with a weapon? That doesn't seem quite right. But whatever. Let's just go with it for a second. Yeah, this is cool. This music's great. Let's just say every entity with a weapon fires when you press space. Why not? Nope. Weapon dot bullets to fire dot insert. I feel like I should have a class called like add bullet, right? Like a function. That might make the most sense. Let's do that. I don't know if that's stupid or not. Oh, whoops. Void. Add chamber bullet. Add bullet. You're not just sure what the array is? It's so you can add bullets to fire. We have two different ideas of this system, I think. Why is that needed? Answer me, Donut. Why do you think it's needed? Why do you think I'd have added it? What makes you think? What you think? Have a thought. Add bullet. Bullets to fire. This is stupid. Is it stupid? No. This is comfy. Dot. I don't know if it's called insert. It seems odd. This is probably not C++-y, is it? Something's off here. Oh, whoops, semicolon. I feel like this should be like a reference or something. Not insert, dot add. Dot append. Push. Ah, there you go, donut, maybe. Okay, so the example I gave earlier, donut, right? What if I wanted a shotgun that spawns 5 bullets at once, and like they all move at the exact same time off in their own directions? For me, I'm thinking the weapon is just, you're just chambering all those bullets at once, and the next tick that it needs to fire shoots them all out, and then deletes that array. That seems very simple to me. I don't want to fuck around with... I think timers should be elsewhere. It can be a timer to chamber the bullets, or maybe the timer could be done internally. I could rework it later. For now, I'm just going to make it so every tick that you hold down the space bar, it like adds 1 trillion bullets. Then like, come on, dude. Chill a little bit on the backseating. I'm not that stupid, am I? Is this really that stupid? And I'd like it so if each bullet that I'm spawning could be different. I could have it over here, or over here, or I could have this 4th bullet spiral off and do that. This 5th bullet could ban you from chat, for example. I like the idea of leaving things open and flexible. You know? What's the insert function in Vector called? C++ add to Vector. Is it called add? Push back? Insert in place. Wait. This is not append. I think this program might be a little broken. You can try push back, I guess. Okay, that worked. Why did insert not work? What's insert? The vector is extended by inserting new elements before the element... Oh, you need to specify a position. Okay, so insert is insert at. Okay. That's fine. Don't know how necessary this is, but it seems nice to be able to compartmentalize a little bit. I don't need to worry about what method I'm using to add bullets to the chamber, just that I'm adding it. I think I like that. Look. Weapon.add bullet. It had a linear motion or something, right? Yeah. This seems like a lot of words for something. This seems like a lot. This seems odd. Am I missing a... Ah, okay. Rainbow brackets in this needs to perhaps not use the same color for 2 things next to each other, but whatever. Alright, what's wrong here? Oh, movement input. That's not needed. Okay. Cool. For every weapon, weapon.add bullet. Cannot cast from initializer list to weapon bullet. Okay, let's maybe do it on each line to see if that helps me work out where the error is. Kind of hate this, but whatever. Alright. Cannot convert from initializer list. Do I need to call it... That seems kind of stupid, doesn't it? That seems very wordy. Yeah. How about like that? Wait, hang on. What's wrong with weapon bullet? Give me a second. Bullet. It just takes... Wait, hang on. Bullet takes a linear motion. Why can I not... Does this not automatically generate a constructor? It should. I'm creating a bullet with a linear motion. I'm creating a linear motion. And I am saying the linear velocity is this value of this vector 3. That seems fine, doesn't it? I hate this, like, auto format and all. Is there not, like, another way to force that? Like a format now or something? No, maybe not. Okay. Let me see what I've done somewhere else, maybe. Template components. Template factory. You think the ClangD server crashes soon after starting VS Code? What's going wrong here? I'm like missing some obvious syntax. But like, okay, add bullet. The bullet I'm adding is a new bullet. So I'm initializing the bullet with a linear motion. I'm initializing the linear motion with this vec3, sorry. This seems to be fine. Constructing the linear motion is not okay. Do I need to call it that? Can I just do this, maybe? Okay, this seems odd to me. Does bullet not automatically ask for this? Hang on, this music's drowning out my brain a little bit. What is wrong here? Oh, it's a semi-fucking colon, isn't it? Hilarious. That's one of the issues, at least. Hang on. Components. Bullet. It's a weapon bullet. Weapon bullet. Why does that not work? That seems really weird. I mean, I can, you know, get rid of the fucking squiggly lines, but you said squiggly lines are perfectly fine. This seems really weird to me. What's wrong? Cannot convert from linear motion to bullet. Okay. But the bullet takes a linear motion as... It should work. Maybe an include is missing. But linear motion is part of components. Maybe the vec3... But vec3 is down here. It's being used here. Weapon is part of components. If I maybe get rid of this. Okay, that works. If I just have attack. That works. If I just have the for loop. Advance Wars 1+2 has been given a release date. Oh yeah, there's a Nintendo Direct, isn't there? Okay. So now let's separate things, right? Let's have a... Just for a second, alright? I know, oh, you're naming everything wrong. You're stupid. I hate you. Gonna stop watching all your streams. Don't worry, I know. Auto bullet equals this. And then add bullet. Tell me exactly which thing is going wrong. It's this bit. You cannot convert from linear motion to bullet. I get that. But is this not how you call a constructor in this bloody language? Any memory leaks? Dude, so many. Do I need to make a constructor? That sounds stupid. Surely not. Dude, do you need to define a constructor in this? It's because it's a class and not a structure. Yeah, I was about to say. Okay, I'm sorry. This is the second time today where I've like... About to say. I should just say things. I say a lot of bullshit. Every other thing that I've been calling with like... what's the word? assumed constructors. That's not the right word. Like I assume they have a constructor. They're treated as if they have one. They've all been structs. Do I need to make bullet a struct? Are you fine with that? Yes. This language is really interesting. There's so much to learn. All right. So I guess I can leave these separated for now. That's fine. Just wanna. All right. That's the wrong thing. Okay. This is not working. It's up to date. Yeah, that's up to date. Maybe action space isn't tied to anything or attack. Attack is attack. Hilarious. Aim up. Move up. Hang on, just a cotton picking minute. Load bindings is from a fucking file, right? What file are you? Is it in data somewhere? Data. Configuration. Bindings. What is attack bound to? Controller axis right trigger. Mouse button left. Oh. Okay. That's not what I want. How about key space? No. Aim up. L shift. Focus. Where the fuck is attack? How about instead of mouse button left? Mouse button left. Let's use fucking space, alright? Attack confirm. Oops. Like this. Hey, the thing's back. Formatter. It just wanted to be a struct. Okay, this isn't doing anything. Let me think about why. Action responder system. Weapon just pressed attack. Print LN? I'm going to assume this is working, but let's just double check. Just like that. This should spam the console with the word attack like 100 million times. This is not standard. No, do I need to write fucking standard IO? I do, don't I? I do. Okay. Format. Ah, yeah, fucking FMT. Good old FMT print, huh? No. Need to include FMT, right? FMT / FMT dot header? What's FMT called? Oh, format.h. My brother, it would be so much easier if this program automatically included stuff, huh? No. Don't trust it. It'll be wrong. It'll crash my program. Alright. Alright. Oh, it's only on press. Okay. Well, whatever. So it's attacking. So, it should be spawning bullet. It shouldn't be just pressed, I guess. I'm thinking of hold, but whatever. We'll just have it on press for now. Alright, it should be spawning a bullet. Cool. This is pressed. Alright, thank you. Let's just have it on spam click for now. Nah, you know what? Fuck it. Is pressed. There we go. Alright. I'm thinking about adding the timer thing that you mentioned, like time since last shot, or like time until next shot, or something. I don't know. Whatever. I call it like cooldown. Cooldown, and then every time you spawn a bullet, it puts cooldown at some time, and then that timer ticks down. Yeah. Whatever. Do I need to manually do all that? Probably. Okay. I could add a timer component that ticks down every tick. No. You said there was a timer. I don't know how it works. I'm sure it's magic. Maybe not. Alright, so it's spawning bullets, but the bullets ain't doing nothing. So, let's have a look. For every... Well, let's have a look. It's, include fucking the format thing. Dude, I should put this in common. I'm going to be printing a lot. I know. My compile times are going to go from 1 millisecond to 2. I'm sorry. I know. I'm a real rascal. Weapon system, format, print. Tick, bullet. Tick, bullet to fire. I must be missing... Oh, no, this one isn't being formatted. Just the other one. Oops, I forgot one of these old funny beans. It was formatting that other file. Just not this one. Okay, bloody hell. It's ticking all the bullets. Is it because the bullets don't have a sprite? They should have a sprite. Spawn entity. Oh, they're not going anywhere. Does it care? Maybe that's it. Yeah, I don't know why Clang's crashing. I feel like we always have bloody issues. Isn't this why we switched last time? Hang on just a moment. Why aren't you working? Create a bullet entity. Spawn a bullet at some fire position. Is the fire position off the screen and it's getting deleted? Maybe? That could be it. Weapon position. Weapon system. Fucking... Components. Yeah, okay, so I guess it's just spawning stuff from 000, which is instantly getting deleted. So, the fire position needs to be updated every tick? How about it just needs to be updated every time you shoot? Every time there's movement. So for everything in the bullet system that has a transform, set this to that transform. Seems a little stupid, but maybe if it works, we can move from there. That's fine. Seems again a little stupid, but for every weapon with a, I mean, actually, you know what? Fuck, put it in here, dude. Transform. Transform. So for every entity with a weapon and a transform, i.e. the player and an enemy. I guess the bullet doesn't really need a bullet position, so it's a little irrelevant right now. I like the idea of having it. Maybe. Instead of weapon.fire position, let's just do the transform.position for now. I know. Could be weapon offset. There you go. We'll call it weapon offset or something. Oh my fucking god. Look at it go. Look at that thing go. It is not... It spawned a lot of bullets, huh? That's a lot of bullets. But look, they do be shooting though, and the game is getting slower and slower. Holy shit. It should run better at the top though, because there's less bullets, yeah. Oh, I'm not deleting them after they're being shot. That makes sense. I think. Yeah, spawn bullet. So for every bullet to fire, spawn bullet. And then I need to do weapon.bullets to fire dot clear. I don't know what the function's called in C++. I'll Google it. CPP vec. Oh, it is called clear. Hey, look at this. I set out to do something, and by George, I've bloody done it. Using my own human brain, the biggest organ in my body, next to my glasses. Check it out. It's beautiful. WouHou's never looked so good. I actually kind of like this. Like, I feel like every stream we've done like one big step, and it's kind of satisfying. Like the first one we did like fuck all. We just read, and then we like drew a sprite, and then we got the sprite moving, and we got the sprite moving but with restrictions. Now we've got fucking bullets. I'm so impressed. I wonder how badly these affect the frame rate. If only there was a way to draw the FPS to the screen, he says, laughing. Alright, I mean, I could go to bed. I've got a little bit of time. Let's implement this timer thing. Weapon system. So every weapon needs a weapon cooldown. Assuming it's auto-fire. I can ban donut now, finally. Alright, weapon. I need a cooldown. Shoot cooldown. Let's get rid of this time since last fired thing. What did you call it? Donut fucking timer. It's probably not that. Let's have a look. Where's the donut docs? Donut wiki. Namespaces. Where is timer? Timer. Donut/timer.header. Maybe I just need to include that. No, that should be included in the donut thing, right? This project's on GitHub. It is, but it's not public right now. I might make it public at some point. I don't want people hyper backseating me with pull requests. The scariest thing of all. Alright. Do I want to use a timer? You can just do timer float. Cooldown. Can I make it null? Is that allowed? You don't even need the donut prefix. Holy shit. Is it allowed to make that a null pointer, or is that bad? No, naughty. Idiot. Is there a timer reset? There is a timer reset. You know what? We're going to pass the bloody timer in. Everyone needs a timer. Alright. Hoggers. Okay, where am I constructing this weapon? Player? Spawn, maybe? Ah, here we go. Cooldown equals timer. Timer, and then what? Just use like a float. Like, is it milliseconds? Like, 100? Is that allowed? That seems a little sussy. Let's have a look. You don't think the template argument has a default, so it'd have to be timer float. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's a template. Beautiful. That's not allowed. What's wrong, my dude? Float is not a valid template. Oh, is it not capital? Sorry. Sorry. An idiot. Game. No, template factory. Cooldown, undeclared identifier. Is it not called? Do I need to explicitly write in weapon? Maybe? Inferred is the word I was thinking of earlier. Is it not called cooldown? What did I call it? Call it cooldown. There's a dot missing. Ah. Ah, of course. Of course. Of course. Perfect. Alright, so there's a cooldown of a timer of 100. So now what I'm going to do in the weapon system... No, not in the weapon system. I'm going to do it somewhere else. What's the nicest place to do it? Because I could ignore the... Okay. There's a few things I could do. I could make it so when you're holding space, it's always trying to spawn a bullet, but sometimes that's ignored. Because the add bullet command perhaps only checks to see if the timer has stopped. And if the timer has stopped, it spawns a bullet, resets the timer, keeps... that would work. But then that seems like I'm just spamming a trillion fucking methods for no reason. The alternative is I don't fire the method unless the timer has stopped. I don't know how expensive that is. One of them is I'm just checking a thing. The other thing is I'm executing a thing. For firing loops, I don't want it in a loop. I think. Because what do I just... I pause it when you're not pressing I don't know. That's, Countdown loop trigger? No, I don't like that. It seems like you'd be weirdly offset. Yeah, I'm looking at them on my other screen. You'd find it enlightening. Returns the number of times it's reached while inactive. Simulate something like a trigger mechanism from an automatic fire from a closed bolt, since it will fire as soon as it is activated, and then keep firing at a fixed cyclic rate until the trigger is released, at which point it will continue to fire. And then it will... Okay. Maybe this is what I was talking about. You cheeky little fuck. Why do you allow a template argument for the timer? Every other timer class I've used has always used, like... I mean, it's usually long, right? Like an int64 or something. Like, it usually matches whatever the system timer is written in. Except for Swift. They use fucking double, because they're crazy. Okay. Alright. In this case, you'd want to use double. Or standard steady clock duration. Oh, shit. See a doctor about that. Yeah, I think double would be nice. Would you be able to notice? In case. Oh, in case you want to use double. Okay. I was gonna say, would you be able to notice as a player when the bullet fires slightly differently because of float to double? I feel like probably not, right? Unlikely. Okay. Float is more than enough. Where would I put this timer thing, don't I? It seems like I'm putting function into the weapon that should be in weapon system. Doesn't it? Like, the weapon's taking care of its own firing. That doesn't seem very entity-driven. Or does it? I thought entities are meant to be, like, stupid fucking blobs, and then systems manipulate them. Or components are meant to be stupid blobs. It's a polling API. Sorry. In your weapon system, you call the trigger every tick. Oh, you poll, like you check to see if it's triggerable. Countdown loop. Guess I'd make it a countdown loop. So, timer. Countdown trigger. Tell it if it's active or not. I'm a hacker. That's right, Kevin. I'm a big, cheeky hacker. I'm hacking away. Whether it is active or not. So I guess that would be the keyboard input. Like, as long as you're holding it down, I'd call this and set active to true. Otherwise, false. Interval is something I'd set as the cooldown number. And delta time would be delta time. You'd always call it and pass the input to active. Yeah, you just pass in action, like if the action is there. It would return how many times to shoot. Oh no, I don't like that. On that tick. Hang on. It returns... Wait, what does it return? Const expert unsigned. Timer duration. That doesn't really work with the system I had in mind, though. Where I'd be spawning like a wave of bullets and then clearing the way. Like here, you see this, right? This is comfy. Where does this shit go? Okay, let's start putting stuff together. So bullet, instead of having... I mean, it does have cooldown. Bloody hell. What is this trigger bloody function? Hey, Bad Scout. Does the trigger just return a number based on how many times the timer has activated since I last called it? So if there's a massive lag spike of a few seconds, it might have fired a couple times, so it returned like 4. And I just need to suddenly spawn 4 sets of bullets at once. Maybe that's one of the times that slowing the fucking frame rate down would make more sense. Fair enough. That does seem horrible. It's like when TF2 lags for a second, and then all you hear is as every sound is played at once. Fine. I'll stick with it for now. That might be more of an edge case than anything. I'm a little worried that that would let you move somewhere, pause the timer, like lag the game in an insane amount, spawn a trillion fucking bullets, and then move back, and then suddenly you'd like explode a bomb on like the boss. Lagging were affected thanks to the tick rate system. Yeah, because I don't. The alternative to spawning all those bullets at once is to not spawn them. So if you're lagging, you do less damage, which is stupid as well. Or this method, if it returns 2, I somehow stagger the spawning. Like I make a horrible second thing called like delay spawner that then just spawns them. No, that's stupid. I'm just gonna go with it. It can't be that. Who cares? Speedrun tech. Speedrun. I'm gonna make speedrun tech. Yeah, speedrun tech. Right, so you got a fucking cooldown. Bullets to fire position. Time traveler. Yeah. Alright, so in the bloody action responder system, for every entity... Ah, shit, Spirit, thanks for the raid. I thought that was part of the song for a second. How's it going? Hello. So for every entity with a weapon, which is stupid, I know, whatever. For every entity with a weapon, this doesn't need to be in here. Weapon dot cooldown dot countdown loop trigger. I don't know where delta time's coming from here. Somewhere. Delta time interval can be weapon dot shoot interval. Tick info dot tick interval probably. Probably. Maybe bullet. No, the weapon knows when it shoots. It didn't filter the first one. It's not filtering anything, it's broken. Active can be if attack is pressed. There you go. Really, this should have a second component called, like, attack fired. So only the player has this. But just pretend it's not there. Oh, Twitch didn't flag your link. Yeah, that's weird. Alright, so this is fine. To do add attack shoot via attack component, so only player shoots. Did I have a cool like to do highlighter? I did, but it was annoying, right? Yeah. All right. I'm doing good, thank you. Sorry, Spirit. I'm falling asleep as well. Good. Work tomorrow. Oh, I hope you have fun. Thanks for the rage. I hope your gaming went well. Sorry, had a very long day. Now I'm having to try and work out how much I should bully Donut. I'm thinking like a lot. It seems to go quite well. Okay, so every weapon with a fucking bullet. You're really shoehorning me into your fucking system, aren't you, Donut? Because I don't want to nest those for loops. Nested for loops are stupid. Like, why would I add a bullet to spawn? And then to a list, and then clear the list. That's stupid. The Nintendo Direct was good. Poggers. Is there any news that I'd be excited about? Gaming was okay, or woo? Hell yeah. Dude, go snooze. Go now. Yeah, get out of here. Disappear. Whoosh. Do it whenever you want to add bullets to fire. Well, I'm thinking, instead of this thing, instead of for every bullet to fire, I just fucking... if weapon dot timer dot active? I don't know if that's quite right. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all. Okay, we keep this old system, which was working. How about we have auto bullet count to fire? I think this returned something, right? And then I guess for auto bullet in bullet count to fire. I hate nesting. I hate nesting. It's not really a nest if it's only shooting one bullet. Alright, tell me why this is wrong. It doesn't have a shot interval. Well, alright. Components. Game. Template factory. Dot. Hang on. Pikmin 4 comes out in July. Dude, that's dope. I still haven't played Pikmin 3. Yeah, it's basically a constant time. Yeah, it's like 1 or 2. Maybe 5. Yo, Bunny Butt. Thank you, Spirit. Have a good sleep. Dude, I love Pikmin. I'm gonna have to buy Pikmin 3 on the Switch. I am, aren't I? Damn. Okay. Why... Donut. Explain to me why for countdown trigger I need to pass in an interval where the timer also requires a number. Right? What is this number? Is this number not the interval? What is this? Timer. Time. It's just where to start the timer. Why would that not be the interval? It would usually be 0. Or for count up timers. Okay. Fine. Okay, that makes sense then. Components. So the timer shot interval. No, cooldown can just be a timer. Right? That's fine. Okay. So I guess I want it to be a count up then, right? So the shot interval is the thing I want to pass into. Ah, What other games? Did they have news on the new Zelda game? Tears of Kingdom or something. Tick info. No tick info? Where's tick info? Do you not have this? I thought system would have that. Frame info. Oh. Well, I guess it's frame info then. Frame info dot. It would be start time. Delta time. Hey Chris. I'm going somewhat soon. Alright. Ooh. Oh, it's nice when something just randomly, like, compiles, huh? Crazy. So for every bullet... Okay, I've written this like a nerd. Have I written this wrong, or can I not do a smart loop like this? Because this should be like, so for every integer in 5. This is right. It's currently bullet count to fire instead of bullets to fire. No, that's correct. I thought this returns a number, either 0 or 1, or sometimes 2 if you lag a bit. So I want to, like, or do I need to do like a range? It's just, yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, that's fine. I don't know enough about the syntax, I guess. This is like the Kotlin syntax. You can do something like this. Specify a range. That's fine. Int auto I equals 0. I is less than bullet counts to fire. I don't know if that's quite right. Oh. Plus I? Really? Wait, what's the difference between plus I and I plus plus? I've never seen plus I before. What is this? It does the same thing. Can you explain to me what the difference is? You've been over this. I think you did explain it to me at some point. It's like a cheat that it happens to work this way or something. What's wrong? Unsigned mismatch. How about now? Okay. What's up? Template factory. You are sad. Dude, tell me about it. Do I need to do this? No, surely not. You do. Okay. -1? Never seen that one. I++ returns the old number. ++ I is more efficient. Oh. Returns the new number. Dude. New to me. I did not remember that. That's completely new to me. What's up? What's wrong? Why are you sad? Unable to recover from previous errors, my dude. Relatable. Components. Is it you? I++ will make a temporary and the ++ I won't. Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Oh, so I could be like, unsigned B equals I++ or whatever, and it would store that number at that time. That's it. That's good to know. In loops the same, compilers optimize this stuff. Okay, cool. Thank you. That's good to know. Do I just need to make you 0f? Is that why you're complaining? You want to be a 0? That's fair. We've all been there, dude. All right, poggers. All right. Every 5 seconds. Okay. Hey, okay. Ooh, something's working. I'm going to bindings. I'm getting rid of fucking left mouse click. Mice. No mice in my games, please. Get out of here. Yeah, this file gets auto fixed. Look at that shit. Oh my god. It's fucking beautiful. Let's make it fire every 0.1 seconds. Check this out. Holy heck. What a smart group of bunnies we are, huh? Check that out. Dude, this is bringing back some WouHou memories. This is cool. Alright. It's midnight. It's time to stop. Good progress today, right? The JSON format uses a different plugin. Okay. Fair enough. That's extremely damn cool, right? We've implemented so much. We've got like a thing that can cull stuff if it goes out of a region. Obviously in the future I'll make it so the region is like bigger than the screen so it doesn't just break the moment it touches the top. We got the thing so stuff can fire a projectile and the projectiles draw and they move around, but it's generic as heck. Who knows what we're going to do in the future? Maybe we'll make an enemy next time that spawns at random intervals. Left mouse click. Damn. For debug purposes. That's cool. Alright, well. Did you all enjoy the stream today, chat? Very epic. I'm going to write such a good git commit when you're all gone, chat. You have no idea. Add my SSH key to my git bash, and good lord, what else are we going to do? Who knows? Alright, cool. I'm glad you liked the stream. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll be playing WouHou tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to stream it or not, but we'll be back tomorrow with something new. Keep an eye out. Also, I made a Minecraft video earlier today. I'm going to render it overnight. But that's coming up tomorrow, probably. So keep an eye out for that. I'll see you all tomorrow, chat. Have a good one. Bye-bye.